Next question to Ryan Talty, National Post.
Yeah, I guess for both Prime Ministers. Prime Minister Kishida, you came here looking, I'm sure, for commitments from Canada for more LNG export. I know it is central to the expansion of your economy. I'm wondering, Prime Minister Trudeau, what commitments you made to the Japanese in regards to that, and whether or not you're looking at easing regulatory hurdles, so a project like the Phase 2 expansion of LNG Canada can get approved and start shipping natural gas.
Obviously, we talked a lot about how Canada can be a reliable supplier, not just of energy, but of critical minerals, of commodities and resources, including agricultural resources, that the world is going to need as we move towards a net zero economy around the world. We're very excited about the LNG Canada project, which was the largest private investment in Canada, a project led by Shell on the West Coast, in which a Japanese company, Mitsubishi, is a significant partner, because we know that being a reliable supplier of energy is important. And we're going to continue to look for ways to be that reliable supplier of energy. But even as we do talk about things like LNG and other traditional sources of energy, we know the world is moving aggressively and meaningfully towards decarbonizing, towards diversifying, towards more renewables. And that's where the agreements that we've already seen to develop between Japanese and Canadian companies on hydrogen, on ammonia, on various new technologies are really exciting. As I mentioned, there's going to be a number of Japanese CEOs coming to Canada in the coming months from the Battery Association, an industry association around batteries in Japan, very interested in becoming part of our battery supply chain, which was recently recognized as the second most important in the world. We're also going to be going to Japan with a trade mission in the fall that will continue to deepen those things. So there's a lot of conversations we've had, and Canada is going to continue to make sure we're doing what creates good jobs in Canada and more sustainable, reliable futures for people around the world, and providing energy in all sorts of different ways in a way that helps us all build a strong future. Okay.
The reality is that we will continue to work together to respond and to meet the energy needs of our partners throughout the world, whether that's through the LNG Canada project on the West Coast. And in this project, we have a Japanese company that is a significant investor, and whether it's hydrogen projects or other technologies and renewables, we will be there to work together. We need to ensure that this transition towards lower carbon emission fuels create good jobs for Canadian workers, but also help to create solutions that the whole world needs, and those are discussions that we will continue to hold together.
Well,
last year, there was aggression by Russia into Ukraine, and since then the world is facing an energy crisis. Under such a situation, the major countries each are trying to have a stable supply of energy and also to decarbonize. Countries must fulfill these two objectives. So, considering the current global energy situation, Canada, which is a country abundant in resources, will further increase its presence. That is my impression. And Japan, in terms of our relations with Canada, we also want to have a closer relationship with Canada in the area of energy. And under such a situation, LNG or LNG Canada business and other cooperations between Japan and Canada should develop. I welcome such developments. So your question also included some commitment about regulations, but we didn't make any concrete commitment. But in any event, business between Japan and Canada is important, and to develop an environment which will promote business between the two countries, the Japanese government will try to cooperate in developing such an environment. That is all. Thank you.